Welcome back to part 2 of my coffee soap saga. So far I have the first diagonal layer in and that is setting while I mix up the next half. The idea for the second half was inspired by somebody I was watching on YouTube. So the second layer will be slightly lighter than the first layer that I poured, and it will have another colour which will be the same colour as the first base poured into that. I want to try and attempt to make a feather pattern in this second lot, so I'll have the one colour poured and then the next colour poured in and use the coat hanger to make a feather pattern. So I made a couple mistakes as I realised as I was going along. The batter wasn't actually thick enough. It was quite runny. I should have waited a little bit longer before I started to pour. And then as you can see with that layer, I should have been pouring it horizontally across that instead of vertically, because it will just move that darker colour to the side. So the darker colour is just the same colour as the first layer that I had poured. I didn't add any colorants into that. I was hoping that the coffee and the fragrance oil will just turn it darker to stand out. Then I use my coat hanger to go up and down to create that feather pattern, making sure that I mark the coat hanger to not go too far to penetrate the bottom layer. I did this about 7 times, just slightly moving it a little bit each time. Then the next mistake was that I had too much of this colour left over, which was the colour I was pouring in to make the feather pattern, and I just had to pour that on top. I could notice the lighter colour coming through. Didn't really have a pattern for the top. I didn't really want anything on there, but I just swirled that lighter colour across to see if that would come out, and if it didn't matter. Stay tuned for the cut because that's where everything really went wrong.